Ah, yes. San Francisco. Take it in. Once a gleaming jewel of the West Coast. Now a city where the hills are alive with the sounds of sirens. What's that? Yes, another car just broken into. Fantastic. Where you can step over history and onto something even more disgusting. Poop. A place where the only thing more beautiful and breathtaking than the views is dodging what's on the sidewalks. Ooh, what's that? Ah, yes. It's Dookie. But fear not. This is our charm now. See, we've traded the cable cars for caution tape. We traded the clean sidewalks for poop and unadulterated drug use. That's our charm now. Let us raise a compostable cup to our city, where the spirit is indomitable and the footwear is well disposable. Celebrate the transformation, folks. Drink it in. It's San Francisco. This is Dark Outside. Welcome to the revolution. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Derek O'Shea Show. Oh, how's it going? I have Violet, what's up? I have a friend who works downtown who always posts the poop update for this alley he walks through. A fresh one today. I just saw this. I saw this video of San Francisco being passed around, and I thought, I have to go in. I have to say something. Because if you watch this video, it just seems like such a marvelous, wonderful town where the cop sirens aren't even on. They're just patrolling the streets and enjoying their life. But they didn't realize what beauty was around the corner. Crime. And unadulterated, powerful politicians to ruin it all. Did you like it, Jimmy Carr? What are you talking about, Valerie? What's up, Willie? How we doing? How we feeling on this lovely day? Are you guys worried about freedom of speech? Holy crap. What the heck is going on with the freedom of speeches? We have what might be the most insane statement when it comes to freedom of speech. San Francisco is hell. I should know. I've been there. Yes, Papa. The minute you left San Francisco, that place went in the crapper quickly. Let me tell you that. Okay. Let us. But first. Let's. Forget about it. I don't even know where it is. Okay. This right here. Oh, hi, Derek. Oh, hi, John. Wait, what's that movie? Oh. Okay. This moment from Ketanji Brown Jackson is absolutely insane. This woman is a menace. This woman is dangerous with a hardcore D, if you know what I mean. But is the Supreme Court even powerful these days? How will they enforce the laws in which they press? As Joe Biden says, hey, we're going to ignore the Supreme Court. Will Abbott do the same for Texas? But now with this free speech thing, it should make everyone's ears perk up. And yes, even Joy Reid. Let's listen to this wonderful piece. And again, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just an idiot. Okay, perfect. And is there no sound to this? Oh. You know what? It's just, hold on 1 second. Let me fix my sound. I thought everything was good. Oh, no, it's not good. Okay. Oh, there we go. God, see, this is why most people don't do live shows. Okay, here we go. Let's get back into it.
Justice Jackson?
So my biggest concern is that your view has the First Amendment hamstringing the government in significant ways in the most important time periods. What would you have the government do? I've heard you say a couple times that the government can post its own speech, but in my hypothetical, kids, this is not safe, don't do it, is not going to get it done. And so I guess some might say that the government actually has a duty to take steps to protect the citizens of this country, and you seem to be suggesting that that duty cannot manifest itself in the government encouraging or even pressuring platforms to take down harmful information. So can you help me? Because I'm really worried about that. Because
exactly.
you've got the First Amendment operating in an environment of threatening circumstances from the government's perspective, and you're saying that the government can't interact with the source of those problems.
And Your Honor, I understand that.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, how are we going to get these idiots on YouTube to shut up and push things that are unsafe, Fox News Alert? It's safe and effective as long as Pfizer is paying my ticket. What an incredible thing to say, especially coming off of years of the pandemic. You would think people have forgotten all the lies that were pushed out at Fox News Alert. Not a single lie about COVID was ever spread on this program, The Derek O'Shea Show. We try to do our best to actually figure out the news, a.k.a. hate speech, a.k.a. Using our freedom of speech, or as KJB says, my biggest concern is that your view has the First Amendment hamstringing the government in significant ways. How do we stop all these idiots on YouTube or these people on Fox News or CNN or OAN or what Newsmax, whatever crap, saying anything that what we tell them is safe and effective? Again, who's the fascist? It's definitely those maggots, am I right? Fox News Alert, the fascists are actually the left. Oh, God. The Supreme Court is a paper shield. It certainly seems like it at this point. It's just like, who's going to actually help you? It's really not cool. I didn't have any reason to actually dislike this woman till meow. Yeah, dude, this statement right here, I mean, the Trump stuff that she said were fantastic, but other than that, was just down the tubes. What's up, Cor? Oh, Willie on Rumble 2. According to leftists, it's an essential threat to democracy. It must be shut down immediately. Exactly, Fletcher. This is the most existential threat to democracy, is me having a voice and opinion and then throwing it out on the internet. That is the most dangerous thing that could possibly be had. Imagine people getting together in groups or social circles and talking about things that are with different opinions that are being pushed down from the government. The audacity to even do so is just extreme in the smallest sense. COVID is like any other liberal human. It changes my mind depending on which drug company is cutting the check. Exactly. And that being said, Pfizer, I will also take a $26 million check. Call me Travis Kelce. I'll do it for 14. But I will put something in there that I don't lose my soul in the process. KJP is CP apologist. That makes her scum of the earth. You know what? Biden said she's the smartest person he's ever met. So how dare you say that, Papa? Unbelievable. How do I get you off here? You're pushing hate speech down. She also didn't know again, yes, you're right, Valerie. She didn't know what a woman is, but who knows what a woman is at this point? We're all confused. What am I supposed to call a woman? Somebody with a vagina? Ugh. We don't even say that word on here. Or like Kamala Harris says, uterus. We're using these words like uterus to trigger emotion. And in this room, in my man cave, where it's St. Patty's Day every single day, we don't use words like that. Disgusting. Not in my house. But speaking of women, Biden said, yes, anytime you say the word woman, we should be clapping. because they're so cute, and we just want them to grow up and be big adults like men. Fox News alert. Joe Biden says our administration has turned around the economy because it's focused on women. Fox News alert. Fox News alert. Inflation is continuing to rise and people are worried about the economy, and first-time home purchasers aren't being able to afford a home. So stop focusing on women and things will turn around.
Focused on supporting women together, our administration has turned around the economy because we focused on women, by the way. Focus on women.
The economy is turned around because we're now focusing on women. Wait, so if the economy doesn't do good, does that mean we should stop focusing on women? I'm triggered, and you should be too. Should we be clapping when we say chicks? Chicks are a derogatory word, Papa, and I think you should be offended by even saying that. This woman, to this day, is confused either to sit or stand while urinating. Men can't do that. Let's say, I just wanted to check y'all's. She believes in reducing sentences for people who own images of disgusting exploited children. The impassioned speech she made on the subject was nothing short of sickening. Oh yeah, 100%. Some don't even have one, you bigot. I mean, thank you, Violet. I appreciate that. I mean, prepubescent preteens focus on women. God, you guys are nuts. Our administration is focused on, yeah. Basically, the Biden administration is this 13-year-old boys at this point. We're into women here at the Biden administration. And because of that, look at how good the economy is doing. Sorry. Thank you. What you say? So Trump Tower soon renamed Obama Tower? Yes. Or Putin Tower, basically, because what's the difference at this point? I didn't even like put together all these like women stuff today. It just kind of happened. Let's go with another Joe Biden clip. So many Joe Biden clips today. Fox News alert. There's not a damn thing a man can do that a woman can't do. Joe Biden. Oh, I'm sorry. End of quote. Not a damn thing. I had no idea. So women can pee in urinals from 6 feet away. Hey, I'm not saying I did it. My friend Timmy did it, and I've seen it, and it's a fantastic stream that I've never seen a woman do. Fox News alert, women can do anything. Let's see.
All kidding aside, there's not a damn thing a man can do that a woman can't do.
That was like the quietest. Sorry, that's as loud as he gets. Even when he's talking about women, he's scared to even say it. Because you, Joe Biden, you forgot to mention non-binary people. You forgot to mention trans women, trans men who used to be women. You forgot people who identify as female dogs, which we'll get into later. It's a real thing. Get used to it. It's 2024. This is not your grandpa's America. And when you start your video games, if you don't click non-binary like the rest of us, you're a bigot. Unbelievable. Papa says women can't find Joe Biden attractive in any way. That's a lie. He has money. What do you have, Papa? Got nothing, dude. He's got money. Think about it. They don't care about that. Let's get back to the important issues, Derek. Abortion, college debt, relief. It's what really lowers inflation. Yeah, thank you for saying that, Gerald Jack the Ripper. If you don't vote for me, then you're not a woman, Joe Biden. I think at this point, that's the only people that are voting for Joe Biden is females. Frog cells. Not a damn thing. I can think of a lot of things women can't do that men can do. Nothing's coming to mind because I'm not a bigot like you guys in the chat. You guys are a bunch of bigots. You know what I got? I got dignity. No, wait, never mind. I lost it all in high school. Thank you for sharing that, Papa. This isn't a therapy line, so keep what you need to talk about with your therapist to yourself. I am not a qualified individual. Women can't barbecue steak. Yes, they can. It's a fact. Okay, let's go. Okay, Gerald was right. General Jack the Ripper on Rumble was right. We need to get to the real news. Papa says my therapist gave up on me. I don't blame him or them. They them. I can open my own jars. Violet says she can open her own jars. Violet, send me the video. I don't believe it. It's 2024. We don't believe it till we see it. Oh, I believe it. I've seen your pictures. Violet's jacked. Everyone go to Violet's page on Twitter. She is jacked. Guys, breaking news. Fox News alert. I can't put it. Okay, there we go. I identify as a dog. I go to bathrooms outside, sleep in a crate, and have handlers. See? Women can do everything a man can do. I didn't know women could do this. Every dog has its day. And doggone, today is hers. Oh, who doesn't love that? Sleeping in a crate, pooping outdoors, and being rewarded with doggy biscuits for good behavior seems like any pup's fantasy. But instead, streamer Meow Dallon is one happily assuming the carefree life of a canine. Look, I've always said Twitch is worse than TikTok, and I wish these conservatards or these red pill dudes would actually wake up to this, because Twitch is terrible when it comes to grooming. What rhymes with grooming? Children. What goes on Twitch is insane. My name is Meow like a cat, but I am a dog. The pink-haired pup woman from the United States explains to a host of Australian radio broadcast. God. Do you think this is what the migrants are thinking about when they think about America? I go to America to get job, and then I can finally become dog. Great success. Donning a pair of Fox dog ears and a collar, Dylan, who refers to herself as Dog Girl. Oh, so you do identify as a girl. I just thought dogs didn't even know if they were female or male. E-Puppy. She identifies as a dog and fully immersed herself into the outrage lifestyle, even when it comes to nightmare practices. I'm ready for Jesus to come back. I'm hearing so much about this red heifer thing in Israel. Make it make sense. We got... Okay. This is a personality disorder. Okay? She is going to need therapy for a very long time. Or this is her way to grift, which is probably more the reality. She thinks, I can make money by shocking people. Because that's all we do in today's world on the internet, is we don't actually have honest conversations or get to know people things or tell people interesting stories. We just do things for shock and awe. And instead of being like, let me just connect and build a community and have a great time and get to know people, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a leash around my neck, walk around and pant like a dog and drink out of a bowl. Fox News alert, Gen Z has decided that outrage porn is more important than being smart. Don't grow up to be a doctor, grow up to be a dog. God, this generally makes me so depressed. Can a woman carry my fat ass down 3 flights of stairs from a burning building? Aladdin, no, she cannot. Well, maybe Violet can. Derek, showing OnlyFans footage is against the rules on YouTube. Dude, at this point, I feel like every female, except for Violet, in the chat, shout out to Violet, is on OnlyFans at this point. I'm just waiting for the phone call from like my mom. Derek, I've started OnlyFans. Stop, please, God, please, why? And then I'll just, if that happens, I quit the show. That's the line I draw. That is literally the line I will draw. If somebody in my family comes out and tells me that they started an OnlyFans, I will quit. I'll quit everything. I'll go live in a van down by the river, and no one can stop me. She needs to become an ecosexual like dogs plant love. Yeah, remember that story we did on that woman that was an ecosexual that made love, that dated trees and made love to trees? God, asteroid now, dude, 100%. Honestly, these attention seekers made the local kink scene really annoying. Puppy play people are, I don't, why are we doing puppy stuff? I mean, why can't we just, I mean, where does it go from? I'm ready for these same women or men they're not going to become a dog anymore. They're going to become a robot. They're like, I am an AI robot. I mean, I guess that's basically the NPC thing on TikTok at this point. Confession, I used to cam in my 20s before the craze. Okay, see? This is a safe place, Violet. This is a safe place. But did you ever put on a dog costume? My God. That's where I draw the line. The TikTok female should be at the airport sniffing luggage. Yes. Could you imagine? Oh, my God. Joe McBiden, you have no idea what you just unleashed. There will be a day where a canine officer will be a trans female dog identifying dog. We will be at the airport checking in luggage, and we will have to pretend like it's totally fine that this dog is doing her thing. She's just getting her sniff on. She's sniffing for drugs, and you'll be able to get away with everything. You'll be able to put all the cocaine you want in your luggage, the fentanyl, whatever you dream up. You know, if you dream it, you can be it. And she will sniff that luggage. I think that's a really funny concept, Joe McBiden. If you make videos, you should make a video of going to the airport as a canine officer. Please. Maybe I'll do that. I'll go to the airport as a canine officer, and I'll go around sniffing people's suitcases and say, "This is my drug dog." Don't be such a bigot. Way past 10, so I think it's a phase with a lot of them. Yeah, it's probably true. A lot of people. I'm hoping a lot of these kids. See, that's why I don't make all these content videos of these dumb kids trying to because there's just so much online. I just thought that was funny. This is the only reason I'm sharing this. I think this is just a dumb kid trying to fit in and is doing outrageous things for attention. That's what I see. If this person was 36 and she was or 40s doing this, that's when you need help immediately. Seek shelter now. I just want to see her lick her balls. Racist, sexist, identify as internal waters. Maybe I should start a Twitch. You should start Twitch. Everyone should be on Twitch. And I don't know if you've seen that fun girl who has started her Twitch. She put a green screen. She was wearing green underwear or something, and they put the green screen on her butt and is playing video games. It's dude, 13-year-old boys. There's nothing sacred anymore. You can't just watch people play video games anymore. You just get somebody's butt in your face. Ugh. Maybe there could be hope for some of these kids. It could be worse. It could be a ginger cosplay. Okay. If you make a ginger comment during St. Patty's Day week, you have to repent of your sin. You have to say at least 1,000 Hail Marys in my chat. I don't even know what that looks like, but you got to figure that out. All right, fine. Let's do real news. I'm so sick of this e-thought news. Okay, Fox News alert. Kamala Harris faces critics' call to step down for the country's sake. Oh no. Kathleen Parker of the Washington Post editorial board penned an opinion editorial published on Friday. This is why I propose, with all due respect, that Harris step away from the ticket, Parker wrote. Please, Madam Vice President, do it for your country. Absolutely not. You guys don't get to change this up now. You've made your bed. You have to sit in it. Fox News alert. Liberals everywhere are freaking out and wishing Kamala Harris finally get off the ballot. No. You have to keep her on the ballot. And not only that, we want to hear her speeches more than we've ever heard before. I want her pranced around to every podcast that is longer than 20 minutes so that she can finally start cooking. Because when this woman starts speaking, we listen here at the Derek O'Shea Show. We love this woman. When she talks, she is a perfect temperature gauge for this country and how the education system is doing so well. Can you imagine the IQ test on that woman? I can't either. They are not getting away from this. Kamala Harris has a bunch of Venn diagrams that'll save the country. We haven't done a Kamala Harris diagram. That reminds me, I will be doing a 24-hour Kamala-thon, and it will be coming up this year. And I figured I have to make promise. We'll make promise on that, and it'll be coming up later in the year because I'm hoping that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris is out, and so it will be like a farewell tour of a 24 hours watching Kamala Harris, and then you could slowly watch me lose my mind, and then I will immediately after 24 hours of Kamala Harris podcast after podcast, I will go into rehab for at least 2 to 3 weeks. Not because I need mental health from listening to her. It's because I'll be so addicted to her that I won't be able to function correctly. What you say? How dare you? Kamala is a saint and a woman of color. Thank you, Pete Buttigieg. Hey, Pete Buttigieg in the chat. Pete, thanks so much for what you're doing in the airline industry. You're really helping us with transportation right now. I've never felt more safe in my life to fly. Diagrams and yellow buses. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll do 24 hours of Kamala Harris. We'll have diagrams that we could all fill out, and it'll be for charity. We'll figure out something for charity. I'll put my money where my mouth is. Kamala Harris has a bunch of Venn diagrams to save the country. There are 2 things that scare me: Kamala Harris's cooking and people who like gingers. Okay, you keep doing that. Sorry, Derek, did I hurt your ginger feelings? Yes, you did. No, do your worst. I want to hear a good ginger joke, though. The pea-brain mongoloid has got to go. How dare you call her that? She is beautiful and brave. And if you haven't watched my video where I put music to her and let her cook, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I don't have that video anywhere. It's one of my favorite videos that I've done. Let's see if I can find it. That Kamala Harris video, it should be plastered on everybody everywhere. Okay, I think this is it. As much as I don't like watching myself, this speech is easily one of the greatest speeches of all time. Fox News alert. Okay. Let's see.
Of our democracy. I think that there's a duality to the nature of democracy. When it's intact, it's so strong in terms of what it does to uphold and protect individual rights and freedoms.
Yes, upholding
so
rights
in its nature.
So strong.
And very fragile.
So fragile.
It will only be as strong as our willingness to fight for it.
You better fight for
because
it.
When we think about the strength of our democracy,
we think about the strength.
There's a duality to the nature of democracy.
So much duality.
When it's intact, it's so strong.
Ooh, it's strong.
In terms of what it does to uphold and protect individual rights and freedoms. So strong in its nature. And it's very fragile.
See? How dare you say anything negative about this woman? She is a fantastic speaker. She gets the party going. She can talk. Just a reference. If you guys need a video that, if you want to play that at your funeral, be like, I'm open to that. Don't shortchange yourself. Allow yourself to be immersed in the bath that is Kamala Harris. Allow yourself to feel the power that she brings. I could listen to that speech every day and really, really get going. Venn diagrams are like uteruses. Oh God, I'm not crying. See, Violet is crying. Violet is sad. It's a beautiful, hold up. She said fight. She's telling people to overthrow the government. Don't be like Donald Trump. That's what Trump would say. And we believe in bloodbaths. Dude, say bloodbath 10 times fast. I can't even talk about human excrement without stinking up the joint. Is that true? That's depressing. Speaking of depressing, let's get back to talking about more depressing. Fox News alert, Lindsey Graham went to the Ukraine. You're a little late, buddy. Do you guys want to see a beautiful video? Because I do. Let's see. Okay, here it is. Let's zoom in. Oh my God. Look at how technological we are here at the Derek O'Shea Show. Let's have some dramatic. No. Who is it this week? Who is it this week? It's Lindsey Graham. Come on down. You're the next one to be in the Ukraine. What will he win? A brand new home located in Kyiv. Your vacation destination is just one stop away. Look out for those Russians. Putin just won again. Lindsey Graham, you're a South Carolina state senator or South Carolina senator. What are you doing in the Ukraine? I don't know. Just here to put some money in my laundry basket, if you will.
Thank you very much, Senator, and your team. Thanks for coming. That's a good signal for us, for Ukrainians, and of course, from the very beginning, let me to be thankful.
It's so good to see Lindsey Graham. It's so good to be around somebody gay like myself and in the closet still. Thanks.
To the United States, to people of your country, your bipartisan support, and to President, his administration.
Your bipartisan support, the Uniparty.
Thanks so much.
You're
also,
welcome.
We are thankful for all these 2 years support from Congress of the United States. And now this is very challenging period for Ukraine and also in the United States. We wanted very much to hear what do you think about it, what do you think about support. So future support. So thanks, welcome.
We'll talk about all the above, but before we say anything, I just admire what you and your people have been able to do for 2 years. I remember we were told
I was admiring all the people that are dead.
You crazy as hell.
Thank you, Medea. I was just thinking about how you could have got out of this with less death, but we figured we turn it up a bit, a little much. Go back to Lindsey. He's just so beautiful and brave.
We've fallen 4 weeks. We're still here.
Yes.
Still fighting. Putin won in a landslide.
It did.
You know why he got 87%? Because I guess he didn't want 88. That would look bad. So this is the 10th anniversary of the annexation of Crimea.
Yes.
So better days ahead for the people of Ukraine.
Let's get a shot of him looking down. Just zoom in on that. Perfect. Really look down. Don't look at your notes. Pretend like you're praying. God, great shot. Love what's going on here. We're really, really getting good stuff.
And Putin will go down in history the way all the people like Putin go down in history. Just a matter of time.
Yes, Lindsay. That is true. People go down in history in just a matter of time. God, I hate this person so much. He's just the worst. Lindsey Graham goes to Ukraine to tell them there's another $600 billion heading their way. Lindsey Graham, South Carolinian native who cares about more things than himself. Not just from the Low Country or Greenville, South Carolina, or Columbia, South Carolina. He cares about the little people in Kyiv. Lindsay grew up dreaming of the day of meeting Vladimir Zelensky since he was a little boy. Dad, can we meet Vladimir today? Sure, son. We can meet him today. Good. I hope they start a war, and I'm gonna push them to fight. I know it sounds crazy, but we're gonna do it anyways. Because we have to. Because we support democracy. And no, we don't have elections in Ukraine because of wartime scenarios. Maybe we arrest some political opponents or religious people that come out against the government. But that's what democracy is about. As KJP, Kajanji Brown Jackson once said, freedom of speech is really putting hamstrings on the government. And we agree with her. Let's lock up our political opponents because they don't deserve to talk. 600. Okay, let me see some of your chat. Sorry. Sometimes I just start cooking and I can't hold it in. I apologize. Why would 88 look bad? I also political reporter 88. Yeah. Valerie is our resident Russian in the chat. Valerie did vote for Putin. I didn't think Putin was going to pull it out in the end. I knew you guys had mail-in ballot system, so you never know what's going on with that. You're impressed with his incompetence in military planning? Yes. Graham looks like he's begging to be anywhere else. Lindsey Graham is the worst. He is like the epitome of everything I hate about Republicans. Just that side of republicanism, not this new dangerous side. The passage of time, $600 billion to Ukraine, and yet the IRS told me I owe them $2 in taxes. $2, dude. I've been audited by IRS, and I had to pay like $2,000, but it was state. It was back when I lived in Chicago. Do not move there. The war is almost done. Putin is winning. Okay, that is right-wing extremists in my chat. Get them out of here. Lindsey Graham is here to stoke the flame. The flame that is, everyone goes, we care about the grain. Graham is just deep state errand boy. He is about a deep state errand boy. He wishes he was deep in the state, if you know what I mean. God, that is so childish. But we're not done, okay? Because, yes, Vladimir Zelensky put this tweet out in this video. Beautifully crafted, beautifully edited. But Lindsey Graham had a statement. And we don't want to just take people out of context. We want to read everything about them. Now, let's get some more bright music or something. No. All right. Lindsey Graham said, I had a very productive visit with President Zelensky and other Ukrainian officials about the state of the war and what lies ahead. During my meeting with Vladimir Zelensky, I informed him that given the crisis in the United States southern border and our overwhelming debt, President Trump's idea of turning aid from the United States into a no-interest waivable loan is likely the path forward. This is not only true for the aid for Ukraine, but for other countries across the board. I reiterated, I'm sure this is exactly what he did. This is Lindsey Graham trying to tell his Republican Party and the people that he thinks still support him, hey, I'm one of the good guys. Remember, Trump likes me. Yeah. God. I reiterated that the House's Ukraine aid legislation must include some of Americans' border security provisions. Hey, if you're going to, give money to the Ukraine, how about we also work on our own border? Thanks, Lindsey. God, you are really making America great again. I'm also urging the Biden administration to send longer-range artillery and accelerate the F-16 training. Oh. And designate Russia a state sponsor of terrorism under the U.S. law. Yeah, we must. So glad this is his priority. Once Ukraine gets back on its feet, there will be an economic powerhouse. Yes, it always was. Ukraine has always been known for being an economic powerhouse. Everywhere around the world knows about the powerhouse that is Ukraine and what they do for the rest of the world. And their access to mass deposits of critical minerals, oil, and gas. If that's not the real thing, then I don't know what it is. Why don't we put this at the top? Because that's what we really care about. It's clear Ukrainians appreciate the United States' support. I know Americans want to help our friends and allies, but I also believe we must consider our economic situation to help others. Let's see at the first comment. Lindsey Graham is part of the Ukraine money laundering scheme, and he's a traitor, and he belongs in prison. Joseph, don't say that. You got a MAGA hat? I'm triggered by that. Don't speak for the President Trump traitor. Not one more cent. A message for you, Senator Graham. I trust this guy. He's got a red beard.
Trying to battle a war that's not winnable, that's not ours, that needs to be ended in a peace treaty that has been passed over by Zelensky.
This is literal hate speech.
You need to be here on the southern border with me. I've been here 7.5 months, Lindsey. This is where the real war is. The illegal invasion on America, all the crime, all the corruption.
Migrant invasion. Migrants coming for jobs.
Ukraine's not our problem. Our problem is America.
Yes, it is.
We're America first. You're Ukraine first. 2026, it's going to be a bad year for you, Lindsey.
This is literally a member of the KKK. What hat is that? South Carolina state flag? He's probably in the militia. Watch out, Governor Whitner. Welcome to Politics for Fun. It is fun. Let me check some of your chats. Willie with the emojis. Putin's 4 daughters and a son sure suggest that. Putin never pulls out of anything, says Papa. Him and Hunter Biden have that in common. To be fair, Ukraine does provide a massive amount of grain. Yeah, they do, and apparently oil and gas, which we. Well, there's another reason. We will use your country for the great of the, the great of the good, the good of the great. What God? Let me get a sip. Violet says, "Yeah, the border stuff is a real mess. It's an understatement." Yeah, but it's also hate speech. They're just good people looking to exploit a system that government and politicians wonderfully crafted together in order to make you and my lives a living hell. And I celebrate that as an average everyday citizen who is struggling to get by. I want it harder for me to not live the American dream because the American dream is dead. The American dream nowadays is to finally come out to your non-binary father that you're a dog and that you have a deep and rich desire to become a canine who sniffs luggage at the airport. And if you were to push back on this, you are a bigot. That's what the American dream is. It's 2024. We need to get used to this stuff. It's time to wake up. And the biolabs, oh God, are we on that again? All right, I'm going to switch this up a little bit. This is, oh God, here we go. Violet says, Pittsburgh is supposed to be a sanctuary city, but I don't know how bad it would get. It's a small city. Oh, it's going to get bad. I have a story. I have a story about, where is this? Right here. Okay, look at this. Talk about the migrant crisis. Chicago is beginning evicting migrants from shelters. Right now, it's only evicting 36 people, so that's not a lot. But they're planning on doing 2,000. And apparently, they have 11,000 migrants in homeless shelters. That's right, cold Chicagoans. Get used to it. The migrants are taking over, and they're getting debit cards while you're begging for $1 on the street for your fentanyl. Chicago officials on Sunday had begun evicting some migrants from shelters. So there are 11,000 people in these 23 homeless shelters in Chicago. What do you think is going to happen when you evict 2,000 people? Where are they going to go? This summer is going to get interesting. And if you're not strapped, I don't know what to tell you. Because we are absolutely, and I didn't even have to say it. I didn't have to say it. 2,000 people, boom, gone. Hey, Derek, what is the Barack Hussein Obama doing in London meeting with Sunak? You know what he's doing, right? Come on. You know what he's doing. He's trying to get his fix. Come on. Barry got to get his English breakfast on. And when Barry's in London, Barry's in London. Barry does London right, you know. He goes to the Prince William, the Prince William. I think Barack Obama went to London to figure out what the hell is going on with Kate Middleton. He was like, you know what? We are done trying to figure out what's going on with Kate Middleton. We are sending Barry to London immediately, effective now. Like if they ship it here, when non-binary father coming out as a dog. Yes. The border is just a line of racism. Papa says the border is just a line of racism. I'm going to pull this chat up. Boom. Papa says the border is just a line of racism drawn by racists for the sake of white supremacy racism. Oh, that is so true. Thank you for saying that in the chat. I as a white male, I love to be humiliated and educated live on TV as much as I possibly can, because I think I'm just so used to the privileged position that I have in life that, like, I need to be berated and mocked, and I need to submit and kiss the foot, because then I can finally become something greater, and that is worse off. And we need that. We need to be checked as white men. Did I just mention the racism is not as evil as ginger? Okay, now I'm stop reading your comments. Hey, I know a great idea. Tell them to go back to their own country and make their own America. And that is racist. Okay, not on my stream. No, sir. I can eat there. The Great Gatsby dog food. Obama's in London to help bury Kate Middleton's body. So that's what I think. She is still dead. I know there's like new pictures of her walking around. That's not her. She's got the same mask guy as Joe Biden. Joe Biden is not even alive. Everyone knows that. He's wearing a mask. His earlobe thing is a real, it's not even a conspiracy, it's real. Sometimes I pray that I'm one day taken out of context for fun. I forgot she's missing. Oh, don't you forget it. She's not missing. She came out this morning. Don't forget that Derek O'Shea goes live in the morning, so come hang out with us in the morning. I can't believe I just talked about myself. Third person. I officially hate myself. Barry was in London during his presidency duties. What else? Well, he's got to. Michael's got to go get a fix, and the people in London, perform a tuck better than any other country known to mankind. It's just the facts. They're known for their tucks, and I support it. Speaking of tucks, Fox News alerts 70% or more of the F-35s may not be combat capable. On September 2023, the Government Accountability Office report, so that's just September, on the F-35 revealed that some shocking statistics on just how unready the F-35s are to provide combat power. You hear that? Hold on. You hear that, Vladimir? You hear that, Putin? You hear that, Xi Jinping? We are 30% ready for war. And with our 30%, we will battle it out in the woke Olympics. That is the next war. Because our front line won't be full of white men like we used to do it. Oh, we will send in females that identify as dogs, and there's nothing you can do about it. You think your guns are going to stop us? You think your fighter jets are going to stop us? We will send in all the DIE people who went around to corporations everywhere and educated them. And you will be forced to listen about your racist tendencies and your colonialism for 2 to 3 hours. With PowerPoint presentations and more. You're not ready for the storm that's coming. Am I the only one that gets filled with hope when you read about stuff like this? So our fighting force, our Boeing airplanes are falling apart. Seems to be only United for some reason. Maybe United only bought the shittiest planes. And then our own fighter force, we're struggling to meet numbers due to the pandemic, due to the shot that people didn't want to get, but also, no one wants to be a part of a racist country anymore. There's no pride in this country. Nobody wants to have that American spirit. In fact, the Army of West Point took away duty, country, and serving, and they replaced it with Army values. So it's not a very big war cry that makes me want to sign up and give my life away for Joe Biden. So, and our guns are being depleted, our ammo is being depleted, we're sending stuff to Ukraine for their war, and our own fighting force is crap that only 30% of our F-35s are okay, and 70% are not combat capable. Whatever that means, you can understand that to your own degree. It's just an exciting time to be an American, and I feel the spirit of myself rising from the dead and ready to take on the next Cold War, and I hope it's a hot one, because I'm sick of these cold baths. I'm sick of the Wim Hof method. I'm sick of sitting in ice buckets. I'm tired of the ice bucket challenges. We're ready for a hot war. This is America, baby. Turn the music back on. And we're ready to take you on and destroy you with 30% of our fighting force. And if all else fails, we'll send Lindsey Graham to you, and he'll negotiate the crap out of that deal. You ain't ready for the negotiating power that Lindsey Graham has. Not in my neck of the woods. When I think of the military member, I think beta male or rainbow freak. Yeah, Junior, that's because you're a racist white male, and it's disgusting. You are 30%. It runs on gas and not batteries. Okay, Valerie, Mr. Russia. Yeah, but our 30% rocks. I heard Ronnie the Hills is still wearing lifter boots. Who is Ronnie the Hills? R.I.P. They're gonna pee on the lake. Wait, let me see. Well, at least Papa says, at least we don't have to worry about Joe unleashing combat jet fighters against us. Okay, good call. Yeah, what are these right-wing extremists think they're gonna do? We have F-35s in our government, even though only 30% of them are okay to go. Even if he did, they'd be about as useful as a ginger trying to eat breakfast. Violet says, Diana was beautiful. You dare make such a comparison? I would never. Diana is my rock. Aladdin says the F-35 program was a a grift from the beginning. Those are nothing but flying jalopies. Ready for the bloodbath. I'm ready for the bloodbath. You guys better be ready for the bloodbath. It's 2023. In fact, it's 2024. And that's what we're here for. Let's see. What do I want to... Okay, let's get some insanity. Hold on. I bet Joe's drinking Bud Light at this very moment. Nah. Joe's watching his weight. He's like a seltzer kind of girl. It's like the song "It's Raining Man, Hallelujah" with U.S. planes and Boeing. You know what, Valerie? That's very anti-American, and I'm okay with it for some reason. I don't know why. All right, let's check on the left. Let's see how they're handling the bloodbath situation. I haven't heard this clip, but when I saw the cast of the clip, I thought this is going to be good.
The other side of this is that the one party that we have right now that is at some level defending democracy, we can't have President Biden using terms like illegals even as a gaffe in the State of the Union address, because that means that that's sort of his impulse is to think of them as illegal, and he has to then do a thing to get to the other side of it. The other thing about this is that we've got as a country to do a better job of contextualizing where we were with Trump. Things were not better. We were locked down in the house for years because this man mismanaged a pandemic for 9 months and told us that we could use general household disinfectant to treat something that we've now lost over 1 million Americans for. That's not a country that's doing better, right? We weren't.
This is the kind of person you challenge, and then immediately when you challenge, she will get so angry at you because you're like, did you just say what I think you said? The disinfectant thing? Are we really doing that whole thing? Oh, God. These people just take the littlest clips, and then they create an entire narrative, and then that whole narrative shapes that entire person, and their whole, everything they've done in their whole life has been diminished, or any good things or any negative things, take it all away. And remember that disinfectant? Remember when he started talking to actual doctors and saying, should we be putting bleach in people's bodies? And people were like, oh my God. Let's put a little context. People like you wanted us to stay locked down longer, wanted kids not to go back to school forever, if not ever, wanted everyone to take the jab, whether they wanted to or not, whether their own doctor told them they should do it or not. But you're right. Trump was terrible during the pandemic.
Doing better economically. People struggled during that time. And so we have to become more empathetic and say, groceries are high.
Oh.
Gas is high.
Okay.
But people are working, and the same things that drove us to the polls in 20...
Exactly. I've been working 2 jobs just to pay for the inflation. Things are better than ever. I'm thankful that I have to work at least 20 jobs to pay for my rent. I love it. I love going to the grocery store and spending over $200 like I'm going to Costco. You're doing great. And gas is going up again.
2020 to reject this fascist project have to continue to drive us. We have to continue to be vigilant. If we don't, he is playbooking for us. He is giving us the playbook of who he's going to come after. He's going to come after immigrants. He's going to come after people of color. He was locking babies in cages as a matter of formal policy. He banned Muslim folks in this country as his first act as president.
I remember. Trump banned every Muslim I knew. All the Muslims in the whole country were all banned. They were all forced to be banned. Disgusting. He was literally putting babies in cages. I love this kind of hysteria. It jacks me up. It gets me so pumped for life. It's like putting babies. Okay, hold on.
He will do that, and he will do even more. This is a man
who built the cages, Joe. Thank you, Violet.
Likes words like poison, like American carnage, like bloodbath. Those are not metaphors. That is the intellectual and ideological universe in which he lives. One of violence, one of...
What's my man doing over here? He's like, man, She had this freaking queued up.
Decay, one of death, and that is what he hopes to produce. The other side of this.
This is not TDS, okay? She is speaking nothing but facts. And if you're on the right and you can't handle this kind of aggressive female dominance over the conversation, then you're part of the problem. And yes, we're not going to fact check her. And yes, we're not going to check into anything she's saying. We believe her because she's a black woman. Yes, and those hoop earrings say, I know what I'm talking about, girlfriend. I love MSNBC. They're nuts. They're like the Young Turks, but a light version. They're like the Bud Light of Young Turks. Young Turks are nuts, but these people on MSNBC are equally as nuts. They're just not allowed to curse. The bloodbath stuff was enough for me today, but hearing this, I cannot wait for Trump to win and this be everywhere all the time. Think of all the content we will get. Think of there's something about paranoia, like this level of psychotic paranoia, that is just, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun running into people this paranoid, that are just so on edge at the idea or the possibility of Trump winning. Like their whole life stops. They can't even think straight because this is all they can talk about. These are the type of people that will go to a party, like a St. Patty's Day party, and you go up to her and you're like, hey girl, how you doing? How you been? I haven't seen you in a while. She would walk up and be like, how do you think I'm doing? Trump's in president. You know what I mean? My life sucks. And everyone's like, is it really that bad? I mean, he's not that bad. I think we were all wrong about how crazy he was at the beginning. Are you serious? He's literally putting babies in cages. Where's the proof of that? Do you remember the pandemic? Yeah, I remember you guys being the nuts ones, not Trump. Yeah, he wasn't good. He wasn't perfect during that time. And there's a lot of stuff to critique him on. But to say that it would be different under Joe Biden is insane. Do you realize how bad the country would be if any Democrat was in power at that time? I mean, any of them. Imagine Whitner or Cuomo or Newsom as president during the pandemic. Dear God, I don't know if any of us would be alive. And I know that some of us would be put in jail for our refusal to take stuff. That's what I think would happen. All right, let me check some of your chats. Who watches that? She clearly is mentally ill. How can they care about babies in cages when they support post-birth abortion? The whole babies argument for the left is one of the most interesting practices in jumping rope that I've ever seen in my life. Is it like, I always like try to take it when I talk about like abortion and stuff like that, is like, how do you define life? Because that is like the deepest conversation to me. Yeah, but like the fact that they don't care about babies. They just care about talking points. Talking points is more fun. You can say whatever you want. It's a plan. Didn't you notice when COVID was this no class, no flu? Horse malarkey. Not every pro-tourist person is that extreme stuff. No, I totally agree, Violet. Those are the people that have like slowly made their way to the right more, or just like if you're a moderate or you're a libertarian or you're on the right now because it's gone so crazy on the left that you're part of the right. But I'm sure, in 10 to 20 years, the right will be the crazy ones, and then we'll start to move over. It seems to, I don't know, maybe. I don't know for sure. But I definitely remember growing up in a time that the conservatives were the crazier ones, and the liberals were the more like open-minded and like freedom, screaming about freedom all the time. But were they ever about freedom? You dummy. I deal with people on an individual basis. Yeah, how dare you, Violet? How dare you not paint people as a whole? Also, I feel like I have to say this all the time. Just because a person has one bad take doesn't make their whole everything they stand for bad. There there's this weird culture in the internet that is like, oh, you said this one thing, therefore everything that you're about is wrong because you don't fit in my bubble. And if you don't fit in my bubble, I'm not going to allow you to be in my life, to speak over me. And I'm like, why would you not want people from different views and different walks of life in your life to push you, especially on stuff you believe? Because maybe, just maybe, the bridge you built or the foundation you built for the belief that you have sucks. And that's what is more triggering for you than an actual somebody with a different opinion. Now, King's last book, Holy, had a girl insert and say she died in COVID. Stephen King's last book? Yeah, Stephen King has lost it. Michael says, boycott Tyson Foods. They have fired thousands of American citizens that filling your job for illegal. Yes. Yes, they have. And I have that. Thanks, Michael, you son of a gun. I think this might be one of the most interesting stories of the last week. I genuinely think this is absolutely insane. But it kind of makes you wonder if this was all a push from corporations, because we are in a corporate oligarchy system in America at this point, because they control us. And it became more evident during the pandemic when mom and pop businesses were forced to shut down for safety reasons, but Costco, Target, and other grocery stores or any of the big box chains were allowed to stay open. Tyson Foods reportedly wants to hire 42,000 immigrants after a company laid off 1,200 people in Iowa. This is a problem. This is why the internet is good, because you won't find this story on mainstream media or the corporate media or whatever stupid word you want to use. This is the kind of stuff that like liberals used to be about. You know, like Bernie Sanders must read a story like this and be like, oh yeah, I remember when I cared about this kind of stuff. I remember when I cared about the American worker. We're going to push a 3-day weekend. That's the real issue of the day, is these people are just so overworked. Why are we overworked? Because the economy sucks. Why does the economy suck? Well, inflation is bad. Also, a huge influx of cheap labor just entered the job market, ready to work. And Tyson Foods like, oh yeah, we want to get rid of all these Americans because they ask and demand too many things. And, you know, Bernie Sanders pushing a 4-day work week, why don't we just hire 42,000? Okay. Also, isn't this a crazy number that what if 42,000 immigrants cost as much as 1,200 Americans? Now, there's a bitch slap of truth that might make other people feel uncomfortable. I'm excited about this new right where it's a very populist right where it's like, we care about our own for once in my effing life. That we're looking around and we're seeing the American dream isn't possible anymore, and we're figuring out why. This is why. Who's paying for all these NGOs? Who's paying for all these people to come across the border? I don't know. Tyson Foods could be a contributing factor. Some lobbyists, maybe. Bloomberg reported last week, for companies like Tyson Foods Incorporating struggling to fill unpleasant jobs. Yeah, it's the unpleasant jobs. Or maybe it's because the unpleasant jobs don't pay enough. And you're like, well, we're not going to pay Americans what they want to do these unpleasant jobs. We'll just get a bunch of Venezuelans who are poor as AF to do the job for them. This is like the dumbest argument of like, well, you know, these Americans just won't fill these jobs. I'll pay them more to do it. No. Absolutely not. Will not do that. And it's like, then we're not in a free market, you know? Then you're not going to allow the market to be the market. You're not going to allow people's standard of living to go up. You're not going to allow, it's like, you look at the housing crisis, or, you know, it's just like people want to buy their first home. And instead of like Joe Biden making it where like, you know, BlackRock can't purchase these homes and then use these single family homes to make money, or it's like, you know what, we're going to just create these tax incentives. We're going to print money and make the economy worse for everyone else. But you're going to feel good about your $20,000 that you saved. Every time government steps in, it makes everything worse. But I will be boycotted. I don't buy from Tyson Foods. And I don't think you should either. I try to buy from local farms as much as I possibly can. I try to buy, I have like a meat service that sends me. It's a little bit more, but I know it's going to Americans. I know the farms that I pay my meat, I pay for my meat, are going to American jobs. They're going to small farmers. And for me, that makes me okay with paying a little higher dollar. A, the quality of the meat is way better. And B, I know where my meat is from. I don't have to wonder if my chicken is American chicken or imported in and then packaged in America and then said American, packaged in America. I don't have to wonder that. I know where it's from. And I don't get these like crazy emails like, hey, by the way, there's a huge bird flu epidemic going around Tyson Foods. I don't have that. And so if you are interested in buying from like a co-op, look up co-ops around you and farmers around you and try to buy from them. And a lot of them will, work with you on prices, but also, I mean, you're supporting American farmers, like people that vote like you, probably think like you. Why would you not want to support that? I mean, it's just like supporting your local streamer or like, buying the coffee because they're like, we're the Patriot coffee. Like it's the same thing. So buy meat that you can trust because these companies, these big companies, they don't give a crap about American jobs. They don't. They just want to make an extra buck. And if that means hiring somebody illegally and paying them way under the minimum wage, let's keep raising the minimum wage and then getting a bunch of workers that work under the minimum wage. There's no logic in this. F Tyson Foods. Period.com. Okay, let me just read some of this. Did we break King? He needs many bags. I work 4 days a week and I still work almost 40 hours. Yeah, I run my own company and I end up working almost every day. I thought Tyson was just bad because it was factory farm chicken. That makes them even worse. Yeah. Factory farm chicken is disgusting. It's so gross. If you've ever been to some of these factory farms or driven by them and like some of the pork, I remember driving by some of the pork fields in like North Carolina and just like the pit of blood and guts and other pigs that have died that just like enter the air and it smells absolutely disgusting. And you're like, you know what? That's good barbecue though. No, dude, you wondering why you're sick all the time? Maybe check what you eat. I'm just saying, you should think about that. It's like the weirdest thing about people on the right that I meet that are like, when you say you should eat clean, but you should like look to where your food comes from, they're like, no way, I'm just gonna buy whatever's the cheapest. Like, you know why you're sick all the time, right? You're putting this in your body. I don't know. It's just crazy. My partner's dad raised chickens and gave us one. It was just 100% bred, made soup, but the rest. Yeah. Farm raised meat is incredible, especially pork. God, if you've ever seen like pork that isn't factory farm, it's red. And I didn't even know that for the longest time of my life. I didn't know there was like a difference between factory farm meat and meat that you could just get in a small farm. It doesn't have to be like organic, pasture raised, like all that. It doesn't have to fit all that. It's really expensive to get all that kind of stuff, but all that stuff's really good. Just buy from a local farmer. I grew up in the sticks with venison on the table. That sounds amazing. Only citizens can have American jobs and buy homes. Yeah. But soon we'll have illegals, voting, and I'm excited for that. Okay. I want to watch this clip. I think this is one of my favorite clips. I'm going to save a couple for tomorrow, I think. So, has anybody watched the Don Lemon and Elon Musk interview? I don't know if I can stomach a whole hour of that, but I have seen some of these clips. This clip of Don Lemon calling out Elon Musk is one of my favorites.
It doesn't concern you that hate.
Hold on. My sound sounds so freaking nutty right now. Hold on. Okay. Fox News Alert.
It doesn't concern you that hate speech has gone, research shows that it's gone up on the platform since you took over? That's not concerning to you?
I believe that is false. In fact, the research that I've seen says it went down.
The study from the Institute of Strategic Dialogue found that anti-Semitic tweets doubled from June 22 to February 2023. One study reported that as many as 86% of the posts reported for hateful content remained up after being reported. Hate speech on the platform is up.
So what they will typically do is they will count the number of posts, but not count the number of views. So what matters is, was that post given high
Shadow
visibility,
banning.
or what did like one person see it? And if you look at the number of views of how many times was hate content viewed on our platform, it is down substantially.
Wait, is that why I don't get any clicks on my tweets? No. Oh, I need to stop it right now. My hate speech is so high right now. So I never get any communication. Poor Don at the end of his career doesn't want to accept it. No, he doesn't. And that's why I'm glad Elon finally cut the bill with him, because the idea that Don Lemon could be a normal human being, like any of these CNN guys or MSNBC guys, they're not normal human beings. They're not like you and me. They can't have normal conversations. They're used to reading a teleprompter and reading from their scripts of what to say. They can't like have a moment where somebody pushes back. Like me right now, I'm having constant feedback from you guys while doing a show. Constant feedback. And so I have to not only portray my thoughts, but I'm also looking at your chat the whole time. It's very hard to do. And if somebody like a Don Lemon thinks, Fox News Alert, that they can enter the podcast space and have feedback from normal people like you and me, it's not possible. You're not going to do it, dude. You can't do it. Did you hear about Value Entertainment hired Chris Momo? Yes, I did a whole video on it. And I rebuked it. All right, guys, had so much fun tonight. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. I will see you guys live tomorrow morning around 9 a.m. Eastern. Look out for that. Morning shows are a little quicker. I try to just do quick segments, but try to connect with you guys. I go live in the morning. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you guys for all the chats. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. I can't do the show without you. I hope the show has been fun. Drop a like on this video. It helps the algorithms out. And if you don't mind commenting on this video when it's done as well, it helps the algorithms out. Something about when you comment, it makes it feel like it's a better video. I have no idea. I appreciate